I am now gonna make an overview of the VPN feature on FTD. We're gonna start with the different types of VPNs available on FTD for configuration. We will then talk a little bit about the supported features and discuss some of the limitations related to digital certificates. So all this stuff is gonna be related to VPN, virtual private networks on FTD. The main two types of VPNs, site-to-site and remote access, are available on FTD. In case of site-to-site VPNs, we can deploy those tunnels using IPv1 or IPv2. So this is going to be IPsec type of config. And of course, in this case, the goal is going to be to provide connectivity in the data plane, secure connectivity in the data plane between typically two different portions of our organization across a insecure network such as the Ethernet. In most cases, we will use this solution to either connect our sites or maybe build a tunnel with an external partner. And by the way, it doesn't necessarily have to be the FTD, what is going to act as a peer. It could be other Cisco or even non-Cisco device, what we will be able to build a tunnel with. With remote access, we know that the goal is going to be to provide connectivity to individual endpoints. In most cases, it is going to be our users connecting to our private network through that type of a tunnel. And we can build those VPNs using either IPsec IPv2 or with the aid of SSL/TLS. So IPv1 in this case is not supported. You cannot deploy EasyVPN type of config on the FTD. Now, just a few words about the supported features related to VPNs. It is possible to protect IP version 4 or IP version 6 communication. You can even mix these two versions of IP, use one version to build a tunnel and encapsulate other traffic. So I can build IP version 4 over IP version 6, or I can go for IP version 6 over IP version 4 VPNs. For remote access, we can definitely use split tunneling. For the client, the only software supported as of the current version is AnyConnect. Since not every single feature of AnyConnect is supported, you can take a look at the specifics in the doc.cd. Just take a look at the overview for FTD. So it is talking about the types, okay, some IPsec details, and we will also see the information about supported. Oh, actually this one, okay, this one is going to be documented under remote access, because this is specific to remote access VPNs. So you'll have to go over here, guidelines and limitations. I will take a look at that. And I will also look at the unsupported features of AnyConnect. So it is telling you exactly what is supported and what is not. But I would say that most of the core features of AnyConnect are available on FTD as well. Now, in terms of authentication, for site-to-site VPNs, we can use either certificates or pre-cert keys. But for remote access, on the gateway, so as the gateway, as the FTD unit authenticates to the client, it is always gonna be the certificate authentication. So certificates is the only supported method for the gateway to client authentication, versus for the opposite direction. So as the client authenticates to our gateway to the FTD unit, we can go for certificates, we can go for AAA, or we can use a combination of the two. So certificates and AAA. And AAA is referring to an external authentication database. The supported databases include Radius, LDAP, and Active Directory. We have 3 of them. Now, important thing to remember about these, however, is that authorization and accounting is only available via Radius. So we could potentially use, let's say, AD to authenticate the user, but authorization would be performed with the aid of Radius attributes. Of course, you can also use Radius for authentication. It's just that LDAP and AD cannot be used for authorization and accounting. Also notice that local database cannot be used to support AAA. It's not possible to add accounts, user accounts for VPN authentication on the FTD. And just a bunch of considerations for certificates. We've got some restrictions. First and foremost, supported certificate authorities include Microsoft CA, plus you can also use Cisco IOS and the ASA. These two platforms can issue certificates to the FTD for VPN authentication. The FTD itself cannot act as a CA for VPN authentication as of 6.2. Even that it is possible to generate ECDSA keys, you will have that option when you get to the certificate enrollment. RSA keys are the only ones that will work as of 6.2. So we have this option in the GUI, but you don't really want to use it because it is not going to work. Last but not the least, the only free supported enrollment methods include self-signed certificates. You can ask for certificates using SCP, and the last option is going to be to manually upload certificate to the FTD. Okay, the configuration details, along with some examples, we will take a look at this stuff in other videos.